Hi WaWa, welcome to your private reading. Now you've approached me with 3 questions here regarding to your divorce case. Now you have been with your ex-husband now for 26 years and due to the issues you've mentioned above, it's time that you separate, you divorce, and you're undergoing this battle. So it seems you've got a 12-year-old daughter that's involved. Now you mentioned that you're both Scorpios. And you've got 3 listed questions here. Okay, so the first is, will he settle and agree on the financial dispute quickly or drag it out? Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. What messages, channeling, which energies, which predictions pop out for us in regards to the first question. Will he settle and agree on the financial dispute quickly? So what do we see in terms of this financial battle, this legal case? Will it run over smoothly? Will it take a while? Will it be ongoing? Will there be lots of correspondence involved, lots of counter offers, etc.? What are we seeing in terms of settlement and agreement on the financial dispute? Will it be quick or will it drag out? What do you see? Okay. All right, so we have the 8 of Wands. This is a good card of action and movement. The Star card, this is fate, destiny, the Wheel of Fortune, things turning in your favor. The 8, again, 8 of Pentacles. This is hard work. Okay, victory here with the 6 of Wands. Beautiful. Okay, we do have the 6 of Swords also. And then we have the Empress. So I'm really liking the fact that you've got the 8 of Wands here, because this really indicates that things are aligning quite quickly, and it's not, you know, it's not the 5 of Wands where everything's going on all over the place and commotion. To me, I feel as though there's quite a few steps, and it's interesting that you have 2 8s here. You also have 2 6s, so this could be 6 weeks, 6 months, 8 weeks, 8 months. Something to do with the 6 or an 8, because you have double of 8s and the double of the 6. So just keep that in mind. Now, this card is all about, the 8 is all about abundance, money, prosperity. That's what we get when we decipher the number 8. But I feel as though there's a lot of correspondence involved here, and I don't feel there's any slowness. This feels like things are aligning for you fairly quickly. You'll hear news of things happening for you fairly quickly. There's a lot of action and movement going on, so I'm not sure who's representing you, but I feel they're really on top of things for you. And it's someone that can bring you a lot of results and get things done fairly quickly. You might have to provide more paperwork of some sort, proof. There could be a few more steps to take, but something to do between 6 to 8. But you also have the Star card, so this indicates that things are turning in your favor. So in regards to the first question, I feel as though you have to be patient and let the time flow, because the Star card indicates that I feel as though there is some sort of connection between the 6 to 8. So you could start seeing results between something to do with 6 to 8, you know, 6 to 8 days, 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 months even. But I feel it's all meant to be this way with the Star card. This just reiterates that this is designed this way. It needs to go on for this amount of time, because that's all written in the stars here for you with the Star card. But this is all about victory, hopes, wishes, wants. Whoever's representing you, I feel like they could bring you the outcome you're after. This is how I feel. This is really positive. And in regards to the first question, I feel as though it will happen quite swiftly. But there's a lot of steps that still need doing. There's a lot of correspondence, but things are aligning very, very smoothly for you here. Now, you also have the 8 of Pentacles, and this is someone that works very hard. So, and there's a lot of assets, money, financial gains, ideas, homes, deeds, etc. So there's a lot you're fighting for over in this court case. And I feel as though there's a lot that you've done and you've brought to the home, you know, in terms of assets, maybe a business, you know, whatever it is. Or your ex seems to be very hardworking and has a lot of things to show for it. But 8 is abundance. I'm seeing a lot of pentacles. There's a lot of money here. And as I said, something to do with the 8. So 8 more steps, 8 more weeks, 8 more days. But I really feel as long as there's hard work done by the person representing you, which I feel there will be, because you've got a beautiful card of victory here, I feel as though 6 to 8 is a really important number for you. And this is you fighting over your assets, everything you've worked hard for, you've worked hard to build. So I feel in regards, this will happen quite quickly. It's something to do with the 6 to 8. And I see a good dispersal of physical deeds, money, etc. Because you have the 8 and that's all about abundance and prosperity and money. And I'm really liking the fact that you've got the 6 of Wands here. This is victory in movement. So all this action, movement, deeds, steps, correspondence is going in turn to bring you victory. Here you are in your high horse. So you will be victorious over something. You will be very happy. You'll be very proud. Whoever's representing you could be very in the public eye, you know, very known for his talents or her talents, or for the work they do, you know, family law, whatever it is that they're doing. They're victorious. They have been in the past and they will be in your case as well. And see how we have victory in movement. The ones are all about movement and action. And even communication. So there's a lot of things that you'll be pleased to hear. Something will please you between 6 to 8. So 6 to 8 days, weeks, months, it will please you. You'll be victorious. It's destined this way. This is how it has to happen. But you do also have the 6 of Swords here. And the 6 of Swords here can be this air energy. This is all about your mind, anxieties, fears, etc. But I feel as though you're taking a journey somewhere, or in regards to this court case, someone might be overseas for a while, because I almost pick up the notion of travel. So I'm not sure if you have to liaise with someone that's overseas. I'm not sure if you might have to travel, or your ex might have to travel overseas, and that might delay it in some way. Or I feel as though you could be receiving good news and then one of you takes a trip and goes away somewhere. Between those 6 to 8 weeks of some kind. Now this could be to gain further evidence, to gain further help. Maybe a lawyer might be away, or whoever's representing you, maybe they might be away. But there's someone going on a journey here, and it could be a physical journey, it could also be an emotional journey, walking away from something, moving away from turbulent emotional upheaval into smoother, calmer waters, going to a new land, potentially taking this money that you might receive and buying something in a different city, state or country. But there's definitely travel and movement, a lot of movement going on. Now the Empress card is a beautiful card. It really aligns with the 6 of Wands. It's all about victory and things coming to your physical realm, and definitely here with the Star card also. The Empress is all about being happy, having your intuition on check, being fertile, you know, not in the sense when, you know, you're pregnant, but being fertile with ideas, being productive with ideas, being fecund. And she's really someone that's very intuitive. So you do have quite a bit of water in these charts also, which resonates the fact that both of you are Scorpios. But the Empress is a beautiful card. This shows that you need to follow your intuition, because it's all divine destiny for you here. So in regards to the question, I feel like the Empress rules the physical world, and you will see physical results definitely in something to do with 6 to 8. And I feel it's quicker rather than later. I'm not seeing any cards that indicate delay. The only card I am seeing that could notion a little bit of delay or something to do with overseas, or someone taking a trip of some kind, or consulting someone in a different country, is with the 6 of Swords. But this again could be an emotional journey if that doesn't come to fruition. The Empress is all about seeing beautiful results that bring you happiness, abundance, bliss, joy, ideas. So that's nice to see that you'll be receiving pentacles in your physical realm, deeds, assets, etc. Something to do with the 6 or 8. So you need to be mindful of that. Now moving on to your next question, you've asked how long will a court case last, such as 3 to 6, 12 months or 2 years. Again, this sort of relates back to the first question that you've asked. But I definitely see you being victorious. I mean, it was you that you were on your high horse. So I feel he will settle and agree. I don't see it being dragged out. Again, I see the 6 to 8. So we'll see. How will your ex, will he agree? Will you be victorious? So I feel like that spread pertained more to the second question. Sorry. So definitely something to do 6 to 8. Now, will he settle and agree? Okay, so let's see. Will this be, how will he settle and agree to the court case? I mean, I did see you being victorious though, but we'll do a quick spread and see. Okay, we'll seem to be getting the same cards here, so let me just reshuffle. Judgment. Okay, Judgment is good. This is karma. 2 of Wands. Death. Okay, so there's a new beginning here. Bit of a shake-up. So there could be a bit of turbulence. As I said, I'm seeing this trip again with the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. He might take a holiday, or he might take some sort of trip. He might go MIA for a while. So that's something to watch. But the Judgment is this legal proceeding, this court case. Death is coming. So this is a new transformation. But you also have the shake-up. Now, there's a lot of anxiety in these cards also. And I feel that there will be a delay, something to do with him. He could have assets overseas that you might not know about. He could be consulting relatives overseas, and this might cause a delay. But again, in the previous spread, I did see victory for you, but there's a delay in regards to the Tower. This is where something comes crashing down. It may cause you anxiety. It may even be a death. You may hear of a physical death within the family or from a friend, and that might, you know, you might have to travel overseas for that, or he might have to travel overseas for that. But I'm seeing someone looking to foreign shores here with the 3 and the 2. Someone's looking out to foreign shores. It could be him. But Judgment's coming to you, and that's really positive. And you're looking to the horizon here. If this is you, you're looking to get your judgment, your authority. You're looking to get that final, you know, and this will be a big transformation. So I'm not seeing that it will be dragged out. It's something to do with 6 to 8, and it's more that there will be some sort of something that might change, throw a spanner into the works. Something might come up. It could be with an overseas trip. You could find out he has property or some sort of deed overseas, or he's done something overseas before. Maybe he's in trouble with someone overseas, because Judgment also could be the law. He could be getting audited or of something to do like that. Audited or picked up on something he hasn't been honest about. Audited for a business, tax purposes. But this really, there's this delay or shake up, something to do with online, or something he might have done overseas, something you might have done overseas. But the Death card I like in this situation, because this is all about major change, and this outcome, this final judgment, it will be a shake-up, but it will give you that big transformation that you so need. And it will, I feel as though you might be looking to go on a holiday. I think after this will happen sooner rather than later. Again, just be mindful of the delay. You'll be quite anxiety-ridden here. I mean, you're in your head about it. You'll have sleepless nights. But it will all come through. The Death card is a big transformation in a really, really big way. So despite this little shake-up here, this hurdle, it could even be something to do with your lawyer, whoever's representing you. They might take a break of some kind. There's an online connection somewhere else that could come to the forefront, and you may hear news of it for the very first time. What else do we see here? And Judgment is all about being calm. You know, this is karma, being fair, finally receiving what you deserve. So I feel there's a lot of victory for you here. I feel like he will agree. Despite this hurdle, this shake-up, this delay of some kind, the Judgment card is this beautiful angel blessing you. And look at this family here. They look happy and grateful. And this is how I feel your attitude will be by the end of this. And you might be presented with 2 options here. You might be conflicted, you know. He might come up with 2 counter offers, and you might have to choose between the 2. He could even come up with 3 here. You might have to choose which one you'd want to settle for. But I don't feel as though he'll drag it out. I just see a minor delay here, or a shake-up, something to do with online. Something perhaps the law or the lawyers might realize and notice and pick up on through these court proceedings, and then it sort of causes a delay for you, even though it might not directly have something to do with you. So that's something to be mindful for. But I feel as though, I don't feel as though there's a big, because the Tower is something that happens quickly. It's not a slow delay that just drags on. This is a delay that happens very quickly. It unfolds very quickly. You hear news of it very quickly, and then it gets worked through. But you will experience some anxiety and sleepless nights, restlessness. You might be thinking about taking a holiday to just get away from it, because at one point I feel as though it will get quite a bit, quite much for you. But you just have to hang in there, because Judgment is coming. You've got this beautiful angel, and the 2 of Wands is about having opportunity. You're having the world in your hands. The Death is a big transformation card. So in relation to the question, I feel he will settle and agree, and there'll be fair judgment. Just be mindful of this delay. I mean, there's nothing you can do. this delay has to happen. It's in the cards. I feel as though he's responsible for something that he's done that has to be worked through. But again, I feel it'll be worked through quite quickly. So please be rest assured knowing this. Now, your third question is, will I get at least 40% of what I consider to be the total asset or more? So we'll see how much you are entitled to. So cards tell us what's happening with the percentage and the delegation of assets and financial gains in this court case. Will WaWa receive at least 40% of what she considers to be the total asset or more? All right. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. This is Wheel of Fortune, really good card. 40%, Knight of Wands. This is rushing into something, action, movement, celebration with the Three of Cups. The Emperor. This could be a harsh critic representation, or it could be, it isn't under an Aries, sorry. You have the Ace of Swords here. This is victory. Victory in emotional health. And the Fool. Okay, so I feel as though there's a bit of anxiety coming from you, like you feel as though you might be playing the fool, or you might be played the fool, or you might be sort of wishful thinking in terms of your gains. But you do have the Wheel of Fortune that absolutely dominates this reading, and this goes to show that fortuitous events are coming to you. They're coming to full circle. And this is you celebrating here with the Three of Cups. So I'm seeing pretty positive that you will be getting somewhere around the 40% mark. You'll be very content